Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk.
This is Roger Chen from University of San Francisco Center for Business Studies and Innovation, Asia Pacific. And Sunny, we are very, very pleased to have you today to talk to us. So would you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Professor Chen, for inviting me. My name is Sunny Bedi. I work at Snowflake. I'm the CIO and CDO at Snowflake, Chief Information Officer and Chief Data Officer. I've been with the company for 3 years. And prior to this, I worked at NVIDIA Corporation for 12 years. And I'm a proud USF alumni, both from my days as an undergrad as well as a grad school student.
Discussion topic: How to organize IT/data unit, mistakes and guidelines.
So what are the common mistakes you have seen companies making in this data transformation or digital capability transformation that you want company to be aware?
I think the mistakes I think that companies tend to make is that the architecture of how you actually organize yourselves on process, systems, people, and data, and the infrastructure has to be very well thought through. Sometimes I make mistakes of, for example, organizing. Everything has to be centralized in one area, but that kind of doesn't really make sense in a lot of times because it actually slows down things. And you're trying to say, okay, well, I want to have full autonomy of everything that one team should be doing, but we don't believe that's the right way of doing it. I think there needs to be inclusiveness of how all of these things come together, and a good thought process needs to go in place of making sure that all dimensions of how these things go to market have to be thought through properly. So for example, I'll just use my example at Snowflake and how we have organized our data team. We are very careful that we have centralized a lot of the functions that make sense on the data engineering and so on. That all reports into me. But we feel like data science, on the other hand, which is really now you have taken all the data you have put inside Snowflake, but now it needs to require enrichment and doing machine learning on that and applying level of subject matter expertise. Should not be in a centralized team. It should be in the line of business. So for example, we're a consumption-based company. We recognize revenue based on consumption. It's exactly like how we recognize how you get billed for PG&E. You don't get a flat rate from PG&E. You get billed by PG&E based on how you use your energy. And that's the same way how Snowflake bills and invoices customers on consumption. So if you can imagine, predicting revenue for Snowflake is complex in a 13-week quarter. On what would all the thousands of customers are going to consume and end of the quarter. Now we believe that subject matter expertise on revenue recognition and revenue forecasting should be in the finance data science team, not in the IT organization. My promise to the CFO and to the finance organization is to make sure I'm going to get all the data. It's going to be accurate. It's going to be clean, but then how they're going to model that data and applying data science and forecasting, that should remain inside the business. And so a couple of mistakes that I see in the data organizations or IT organizations is that they try to centralize everything in one place or decentralize. And so it's kind of then they're not really getting the value of all the stuff that, the data is going to allow them to transform their business.
That's great. So in other words, it's kind of a centralized and a decentralized depends upon the specific scenarios of the use case rather than just a simple extreme either or situation.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching.